This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead, stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up, got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm Weezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 1800 and 40 dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and ye all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode, and today's episode of the Mancast is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you bitches. Flex some fam, flex the show. Welcome to episode 1842. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified. Live every day, YouTube, The Daily Swole channel, and of course, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all podcast platforms, wherever you like to bang your ear holes. Papa and the fam will be there. How are we doing? Let's get some Falcon. Summons a Falcon. Yes, my precious. Welcome. Happy Saturday. It is Swole Slut Saturday after all. I hope you are ready to make some sick fucking gains today. So let's get this party started. Drop in the comments below. What did you smash today? What dost thou train? Or what doth thou train? I don't know if I conjugated that properly, but what didst you train today? Should we go old school? Should we go all Shakespearean? What dost thou train, SwoleFam? Drop in the comments down below, and let's get into some of the latest drops today. We'll get into the tip. We'll bust this nut wide open in just a second. We have our accountability meeting on Monday, fam. This Monday, day after mañana, May 24th, 12 noon Eastern Time. We got some new releases and some awesome SwoleFam posts, so be there live inside Swole TV for members only. Remember, you can join the SwoleFam today over at SwoleNormusX.com. Don't wait on that. We got a new post over on the SwoleNormus YouTube channel. I'm self-conscious about my tummy jiggles. Ooh, my tummy jiggles. A lot of you got those tummy jiggles. I think we talked about that. That was a clip from yesterday, the day before. Being self-conscious in the gym, going to a new gym, people looking at you, everyone's staring. It happens. It happens. You just got to get over it. You got to get over it. And of course, we have Demi Lovato. That's fucking bullshit. Demi Lovato coming out as two people. So you would think there's one there, but there's actually two. There's actually multiple humans in one. So Demi Lovato wants desperately to have your attention. And we made fun of that the other day. Balls Deep for Summer also is really on the menu. Remember, a week from this Monday is Memorial Day. And Memorial Day, we are having our Balls Deep for Summer Especial. It's a special accountability meeting with special releases, awesome releases, because we got the second half of the year coming up. We got like 6 or 7 months left in the year. It's here. The back half. We are going into it. We're going into the summer. We're going into July 4th. We're going into red, white, and swole season. We are going into, and soon before you know it, you know what's coming? It's coming in a couple months. Fuck your resolutions. You know how we like our fuck your resolutions. We're almost back to fuck your resolution season. Time goes fast. I feel like it was just 2020. Now it's 2020 schwam, and now it's like middle of 2020 schwam. Time is flying. So we're going to kick it off with our Balls Deep for Summer to celebrate Memorial Day, to celebrate the red, white, and blue, and of course, those sick fucking gains, and we have a lot of awesome stuff to talk about and to get into there. So without further ado, let's bust this nut open, and let's get into some Just the Tip, shall we, fam? Let's fucking go. Put some respect on it. What'd you smash today? Drop in the comments below with some unicorns. Falcon, bust this nut wide open. Yes, my dear, it is time. It is time. There we go, Leo. Leo drinking. Put it down. Put it down, Leo. Put it down. Put down the champagne for one day. For one day, can Leo not drink like a ridiculous alcoholic? So put it down. Put the cookies down. Who told you to eat my cookies? Who told you to eat my cookies? Who told you to eat my cookies? Put it down, Leo. Put it down. I guess you're washing down the cookies, right? Nothing like having some cookies, having some champagne to wash it down. All right, hashtag SwoleSut for a chance to win today's Swole card. Very nice. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card after all, isn't it? Look at that sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
That's some nice horn action right there. Hashtag SwoleSlut for a chance to win today's Swole card. Be careful. You might get banned. You might get banned if you drop that in the comments. So maybe you put a little asterisk or you put a little tongue there. We got some people. Nip Dog got a little tongue there. Some Swole, just like the SwoleNormus apparel with the tongue for the U. Yeah, a little Swole Slut action. Drop that in the comments down below. And let's get into the tip today. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying your summer because summer is fucking here. It's hot as balls. It's so hot in the house. It's so hot outside. I'm going to get my pump on afterwards once the sun goes down. I was going to do it earlier. It's too hot to pump, It's too hot to pump out there, but it's going to be cooling off a little bit. But it's going to heat back up when I'm starting to fucking smash some steel outside. So I'm amped, getting amped. The Daily Swole is my pre-fucking workout today, baby. So I hope you got your pump on today, and I'm amped for mine. Let's get into the tip, shall we? It's time to get the swole on, baby. Just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. It is time. It is time, young Padawan. Let's get into some SwoleFam posts. Now, we got a bunch from Telegram. We got some general posts, and we got some also commentary, because I posed a question for Swole Text and Telegram, the SwoleFam Telegram chat. Your story about whether or not you've experienced fat shaming or fit shaming. And of course, we have some other posts there as well. So some of these posts are in response, not all of them. A lot of you are dropping a lot of stories and a lot of long ones and different ones. So maybe we'll follow up with some more of them this coming week. But some of these are in response to that question. So if it mentions fit shaming or fat shaming, the reason is because I prompted it with a question. So let's actually see what we got here. Let's get into the first one. The first one's from Alexis in the SwoleFam Telegram. And she writes, to be truthful, I cannot say I was ever fat shamed. People left me alone. The closest I got were those I care about and my doctor telling me they were concerned for my health. Never shamed by others, so hard for me to relate to that perspective. That's nice. Good. Good. You're one of the few. Very nice. Fuck the shaming. Fuck the shaming. It happens. You can't control what other people do, right? All right, we got one from Alyssa. Wouldn't say it's really shaming, but I've talked to friends and family for a while about how unhealthy I am, gaining weight from quarantine, and that I need to start eating better and get healthy, maybe drop a few pounds. My ex and some of my family who are overweight would always say I looked good and that I'm beautiful and fine the way I am, and that I don't need to lose any weight. For reference, I'm 5'10", 210 pounds, and I'm down 10 pounds from my start. Thinking back to when him and I used to go to the store, hold on a second. The cart would be packed with hot Cheetos and sodas, brownies, and just all kinds of absolute shit. So he came over in April, and with it being the first time I've seen him since February, he was noticeably bigger. Like, he was big before, but it actually kind of shocked me when I saw him. Honestly, I just got so sick and tired of all the "you're not fat, you're beautiful" and the "you're fine the way you are" mindsets when I know for a fact that I'm not healthy. The shit I was putting in my face would probably shock the shit out of everyone. That's why I decided to say fuck everyone's bullshit and decide it was time to get my ass to work and get swole as fuck. Can I get a hell yeah, Alyssa? There you go. Alyssa, that's me. That's me. Good for you, Alyssa. I like it. I love it. And I think that happens to a lot of people. You don't notice this stuff right away. It kind of filters in. It's kind of like a leak or something in a bucket, and you kind of get some water leaking in. You kind of get some negative comments. Some people kind of like, talking about the food that you're bringing to work or your choices, or you saying, no, I don't want to go out, or you're going to the gym. You're making different decisions, and on a very subtle level, you start to get in a little bit more negativity. But here's what I really find. Once you really like 100%, you're all in on the 7 pillars, you're all in on taking care of your health, and that's your mindset. You kind of refocus everything. It becomes much more obvious when someone is, it's perspective. It's so much more obvious when someone is trying to be deceptive, or someone's being negative, or someone is pulling you in the opposite direction or trying to drag you down to their level. It's much more obvious when that's happening. At the start, you don't really notice it. Maybe you take someone else's advice and you kind of go down the wrong path or whatever it is. But once you're really involved, like right now, I have my bullshit meter. My bullshit meter is just super fucking sensitive. That shit gets tripped off with a hair of bullshit. When there's any kind of like nonsense, it's just gone. It's out of it doesn't even get in. You have to really keep a tight circle. But once you really lock your shit down, you're just very sensitive and very receptive, or not receptive, and you just notice every little shit that's trying to take you off your path, because you're just barreling down your own road and your own path and your journey, and you're just fucking all in, and you just crush through with momentum anything that gets in your way. But you have to build that up first. You have to kind of build those defenses up. All right, we got one from Ana Luisa. My dad told me straight up that I was fat and that I didn't look good, that I needed to lose weight. Honestly, I got upset and cried, but my husband kept on telling me that I was fine. But once I started following Papa Swolio, my mindset changed and I'm better for it. Good shit. That's fucking fire. Obviously here, when you said you got upset and cried, your husband kept on telling you that you were fine. Obviously he loves you. and he doesn't want you to be upset by what your dad said. But, what's your husband going to do? Like, he's fucking right. You got to change your health. He's being supportive. So obviously, let's not jump on the hubby right there. But that's fucked up. And when your mother or your father bring you that kind of shit, that's some baggage you got to unpack. And that's some stuff that can really, you start seeing when you start unpacking, either with therapy or you start meditating a lot more and you're looking back. You start to realize all the baggage that, and identity or different fucking things you keep inside, how much of that is wrapped in by what shit happened with you and your parents growing up. It's not even that it's your parents' fault. They're just people that had a kid and, probably did the best that they could. But, mistakes are made and identities are formed and experiences are ingrained, and certain things that, your parents or your father, your mother might not have thought was a big deal. Could have just been one little incident. But when you're little, it's like imprinted and you remember it for 50 fucking years, and it could have been some small little thing. So you never really know what it's going to be, and you can't really protect for everything. But it's really rough when you get that kind of negativity from someone so close, some, figure like your parent, when you're open, you're exposed. That's where you're looking to receive love. And then you get that kind of feedback, and it's like, eesh. But good for you. Glad you're focused and glad you have a good support system with your husband and so forth. We go on from Kat. What a great community to be a part of. Holy shit, guys. The amount of fucking positivity here is unreal. Let's get a fucking round of applause for the Swole fam. Pat yourself on the back. Pinch your nips a little bit. Pinch your nips, Swole fam. It's all you. Kat's talking all you. She responds to Lord James. I have no idea. I imagine if you keep up being positive and start volunteering to help others, then you'll get noticed at some point. This is obviously a response to another post. Lord James is all up in the Telegram chat, posting some sweet videos, bro. I saw that one today. If you're watching, I saw that video with the pec deck. Get it, bro? Get it, bro? Let's get some more gorillas.
I like to caress rusty spoon.
Hell yeah!
I got hairy legs.
Why is that appropriate, Joe? Why is that appropriate right now? I'm literally reading SwoleFam. No one cares about your hairy fucking legs, dude. God, is nap time's over? Oh, it's 4:30. Yeah, all right. It's 4:30. He's just going to. It's almost nap time. All right, Kat. My soon-to-be ex-stepmother used to make my family extremely unhealthy food and would force us to eat it. She refused to eat it herself and would shame us or pout when we didn't want to eat the crap she cooked. I ate breaded and fried food for years until I moved out. She would get upset when I refused to eat it when I would visit my brother. What the fuck?
That's fucking bullshit.
What the fuck? No. That is awful. That's awful. No Lady Here on YouTube writes, let's see. My mom used to make fun of me all the time. She was fat like Gru from Despicable Me. That's a visual. I was younger and she would make fun of my fat thighs all the time. I'm still self-conscious. Those things stick around, don't they? I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you're part of the Swole fam now. You're having these memories and you're cross-checking all these experiences before, and you realize, oh, it says more about them than it does you. It's not you, obviously. Cerny. People around me were positive about my weight loss, saying you look great, good for you, but when I started getting some muscle, then the comments changed to, quote, why do you want to look like a man? Why is that still a thing? What the fuck? Anyway, I usually just tell them to shut the fuck up and it's off to the gym to make some more sick fucking gains. Swole fam's the tits. I agree. Why do people think like if a woman works out, she's going to look like a man? I don't think that's how it works. I don't think, methinks if a woman lifts weights that she's going to be a woman that has more muscle and is going to look good and have strength and build a nice physique. I mean, that's fantastic. You don't have to be ripped with abs, but lifting weights does not make you look like a man. That's like the biggest load of donkey-do. That's fucking bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
All right, Jen, SwoleFam Telegram. I dumped my best friend from high school about 7 years ago now. She always complained about how fat she was. At that time, I had found ways to drop tons of weight. Still wasn't the right way, but I had managed to go from 190 to 145 pounds, and she'd get so mad she couldn't squeeze into my clothes, although she was over 200 pounds. She'd be pissed when we go out and I get hit on instead of her. She'd say, why you? You have a boyfriend? It even went down that she posted a profile pic on her Match.com and got offended when they thought I was the one they were talking to. They'd say, hey, who's the brunette? And I said, well, nobody told you to go and do that. Why? Is this two-parter? Why would you post a profile pic on a dating site of you and your friend? So it just got worse and worse. That's weird. Hold on a second. Let me pause this. That's weird. So she's already giving you shit because she's jealous that you are maybe more attractive to other men. You lost weight, so you're just more physically healthy, so people are more attracted to you naturally. And then she's going to go and instigate this by putting a picture of, if you're on a dating site, you don't post a picture of yourself and someone else. That's so weird when you post a group picture because you're asking for it. She's asking for it. She's asking for it. That's so weird. That's weird. So it just got worse and worse. She'd talk shit about how I ate healthy and how I'd hold myself accountable when I slipped and ate bad. And how could I do that because she was still fat? I'd take her hiking and all she'd want to do was go for burgers after. How can you bitch that you want it but don't want to put in the work? So one day we headed out for something stupid as usual and that was it. She told me to take advantage of someone else and that I was nowhere near thin and to quit thinking I was in shape. I told her off and never looked back. Last I checked, she's full of health complications now and she's still fat as fuck. I wish her the best, but I don't want shit people in my life like that anymore. No kidding. No fucking shit. No doubt about it. Jen, she would use me to reel in her bait. She would also post angle pics so she'd look thin. Aha. Oh, so she was posting pictures with you, hoping she would get more clicks because they would think she would just get more clicks or more matches, even though it wasn't for her. It's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. All right, we got one from Josh. Again, SwoleFam Telegram. Josh writes, when I first came across the podcast, I shared the shit out of the content, which was a year and a half ago. 2 coworkers got offended by the fat shaming content, quote unquote, have yet to do anything about their obesity. Friends playing Dungeons and Dragons, the same thing. Of the 4 of them, 2 were overweight, 1 obese, and 1 morbidly obese. Again, no one doing a thing, got called egotistical for changing my life for the better and from sharing content. That's
fucking bullshit.
Fucking bitches. Fucking bitches out there, man. Notice how it's not something. Notice how they're not. All right, let's read Pedro's first. I think that's the last one. No, we got another one. Let's read Pedro's first. Actually, let's pause. You know what's crazy about that? If you have a friend, if you actually are a friend to someone, and someone, let's say, gets a job promotion or they have something that positive in their life and they had a success, shouldn't you be showing them support? Shouldn't you be like, man, that's fucking awesome. Good for you. You're crushing it. Look at you losing weight. That's fucking awesome. How do you feel? Oh, you're enjoying it. You're enjoying your life. You feel amazing. That's so great. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. If they're really your friends, they're going to be excited for you. They're going to be stoked that you're seeing progress. They're going to be stoked that you're happy. They're going to be stoked that you're feeling better, that you're more active, that you have less pain, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking weird. All right, before we move on, make sure you're using the hashtag SwoleSlut. Drop that in the comments below. We will be giving away the Swole card at the end of today's episode. We still got some more stuff. Let's get into one from Pedro. Father-in-law a couple of years ago grabbed my stomach, said was packing, lost the weight and watch what I eat, and now I get crap for not eating all the junk that is made. My side of the family keeps quiet and asks multiple times if I have eaten and consistently have to tell them I am good. Some family members tell me I am too focused on health and fitness and it takes up too much time. Aha. Too much time. It takes too much time. Doesn't it now? Doesn't it now? It takes too much time. It always takes too much time. It's just so inconvenient. It just takes too much time. Oh, it's so much time. So much time, really. How are you using that time? As if you don't have don't have time to spare, or you don't have better use of the time. Give me a break. All right, Ren. I have had people look at me and make comments that I am afraid of food or that I am missing out because I don't eat rubbish. I don't understand why people are so against health. Do you think, all right, let's get this conversation going in the comments. I don't think it's people that are against health. It seems like it. So I agree with you, Ren. It seems like people are against health, but it's really, they are self-conscious. They rather play the victim. They see this as a threat. All right. They see this as a threat. They don't want to believe that they are harming their body. They don't want to admit to themselves. They don't want to accept that it's their responsibility, that it's on them to take care of their health. Because if it's their responsibility and these are choices that they're making and they could make different choices, then it's on them. It's their fault. They don't want to put in actual work. They don't want to put in actual effort. All you have to do is play the victim and get love and attention that way. That's what this is all about. It's about love and attention. It's about acceptance. Literally, we know we call it fat acceptance, but that's what it is. These are people that don't have any purpose, that don't have any value to add, that literally aren't learning any skills. They're not providing any value in society. They're not actually taking responsibility for their health. They're not actually investing any time into their own personal growth, into their careers properly. They just feel fucking upset. They're lost. I mean, there's a lot of social and cultural things too. I mean, the money system is shit. The fiat system is completely fucked. So people really have a lot of despair. When you fuck with the money, as per 1971, going off the gold standard, it literally, everything's gotten fucked for the last 50 years. It all goes back to the money. That's how we communicate with one another. That's how we put value of our effort, the energy that we output as human beings. That's how it's categorized. That's how it's classified. That's how it's organized. That's how it's stored in actual money. So people have a lot of despair. And of course, when you keep people locked up, when you keep people in fear, when you're hijacking the social consciousness and you're hijacking everyone's brains on this fucking network called social media, you can fuck with people's heads and literally drive people insane. I literally think that's what it is. Everyone's being literally driven insane because they're so plugged into social media and they're losing, they don't have control of their faculties. They don't have control of their own thoughts. So they have to lie to themselves to follow the narrative that they're being brainwashed with, that they're the gaslighting narrative. All right. So anything that doesn't match up with their narrative has to be evil, has to be the enemy, has to be the other, has to be wrong. Okay. And this is just this has to do with diet. This has to do with lifestyle. This has to do with beliefs, political, social. If you're not on my team, you're wrong and you're evil. And these people don't have individual identities. These people they do not have thoughts for themselves. They're just following what everyone else is saying and doing. And if something doesn't match up with that, it has to be wrong and evil, and I can't think about it or acknowledge it. That's why it's so fundamentally hard, even though it's so logical, for people like us that have full use of our brains and triple-digit IQs. If you look at the food system, it's the food quality. It's much more important than worrying about calorie counting, but people can't understand the impact that all these garbage foods and these low levels of garbage foods, these low levels of inflammation, things like that build up over time. It's not necessarily one cheat meal, but you're not having one fucking cheat meal. People are having shit all day long. They just don't classify it as shit. Oh, my diet's good. What does that mean? Oh, I eat really well. What does that mean? I train every day and I eat right. What does that mean? Humans are fucking weird. You'll make yourself believe that you're doing things properly and right, even when you're not getting those results. So you're obviously not doing things right. You're obviously eating too much food if you're gaining fat. You're obviously not eating quality foods if you're doing something wrong. You have to admit that. Otherwise, it would be working, wouldn't it now? Oh, I'm doing everything right, but it's not working. Then, okay, you're literally defining what doing it wrong means. Anyway, a lot of different ways you can take that. Let's do another one. This one's from Renata, last one. Good morning, fam. Guess who went for a 2-hour hike this morning to see the sunrise? Let me guess. You?
Yow.
Damn, does it ever feel good to start your day with activity? Now going to crush some total body weight session, and then if I have anything left in the tank, I'm going to do some cardio. On another note, you should have heard the fucking bullshit I had to listen to yesterday evening when I declined going over to a friend's place for drinks. This is good. Apparently, saying I'd rather not spend my Friday night getting drunk till late in the night is problematic. Actually, the problematic part was when I said I gave up alcohol and I want to rest tonight. I want to be able to work out tomorrow. Uh-oh, you opened up the fucking shitstorm. You opened up the box right there. Since when is prioritizing your health or not drinking all night long and having a ridiculous hangover all Saturday? Man, who wants to have a fucking hangover all day? Who wants to waste a day of their lives feeling like shit? You can go in it. You can have a drink or two. You don't have to fucking kill yourself over it. People just don't have their limits. They're just trying to drink away and numb their feelings. Don't numb yourself, fam. Don't numb yourself. That's fucking bullshit. All right, remember, join the SwoleFam, SwoleNormousX.com. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go around. Make sure, like police, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit that like button right now. Everyone, hit that like button. Summon the Falcon. The Falcon's going to pick out your fucking eyes.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive. You hit that fucking like button. So hit that like button and let's take some questions. If you got some, drop in the comments below. Hashtag ask Papa Swolio. You could drop that. And we got one from earlier. We got one from Dwayne Forrest. Papa Swolio, what is Everest in K2? Everest in K2? Everest in K2 is flexing on all you bitches. Everest in K2. That's right. The Swole Mountains. Mount Swole. The Swole Mountain Range. That's what it is. How do you not know what Everest in K2 is? How do you not know what Everest is? How do you not know? All right, let's take a question. We got one live on YouTube's Alpha Tyler. Papa Swolio, is there a way to remove or kill the bacteria trans fat from certain... Trans fat's not a bacteria. Yeah, what? I wanted to cook a steak earlier, but had 1.5 grams trans fat. I make sure... There's no trans fat in steak. What are you talking about? What? 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 All right. What? That's usually like in hydrogenated. That's usually what you get when you make like margarine and shit like that. All right, let's take some more questions. We got a couple from TikTok. If you want to follow up with that, clarify, you could drop that in the comments. Let's get one here. What's in the box? Steeper than hell. Ooh, shit. That's a pretty You know what's that sounds like that name? This is from TikTok. Steeper than hell. That sounds like a metal band, doesn't it?
Steeper than hell. Steeper than hell.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a little bit, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't just eat it. Eat the steak. If you're getting a grass-fed steak, just eat it. You're fine. Yeah, there might be a little, I'm talking about like, sufficient amounts, like substantial amounts that you're going to get. It's nowhere near the same. A trans fat just means like the hydrogen, it's trans. It's in a transformation on the molecule. It's organic chem. Yeah, if you're eating a steak, I don't know what you're doing. Don't worry about it. All right, steeper than hell. I'm curious if you'd be willing to do an overview of workout benefits with the mace. An overview? I mean, it's fantastic. It's great for the shoulders. It's great for rotation. It's great for grip strength. It's fantastic. Shoulder. Actually, I don't want to say too much more because we have some mace bell content coming out soon. So very excited. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I love my mace action. How many of you use a mace bell? You stoked? SwoleFam, where's the SwoleFam at? Mace bell command. Meltrain92 on TikTok. Papa Swole, you may have already answered this already, but how can I figure out what organ meat I should start consuming? That's a good question. You're not really going to know, particularly unless you get blood work done and let's say your doctor says, well, you're low in this mineral and there's a certain organ that has higher quantities of that mineral. I would recommend, if anyone's interested in getting started, consuming some organ meats. Again, I'm not giving nutritional advice. I mean, sometimes you can definitely have a certain condition where maybe certain minerals you shouldn't be having, but that's rare, but you can check with your doctor. Just got to say that, put that out there. But just check out my Amazon store, swolenormoussex.com/links, and try the beef organ supplement from Ancestral, the black label one. The black label one. Just get the general one. And a lot of you take, you could drop in the comments how many of you take the Ancestral supplements, the beef organ ones. They say a serving is 6 daily. Don't start off with 6. Start off with like 2 to 4 a day. Do like a couple in the morning, maybe a couple in the evening, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. See how you feel. Because if you're getting a quality dose where you really feel good and that's like nice, and you're having 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe that's all you need. Depends on your body weight too and everything else. So if you feel great with less than a full dose, and then cool, it goes longer for you. You don't have to buy more supplements in that fast. It'll last you a little bit longer. So you don't need to go for 6. You can start with 3 or 4, or if you take different ones, you don't necessarily need the full dose of each one. So if you're doing the Ancestral supplements, I would definitely take I would just take half the dose, start with half, and then move your way up. Yeah. Let's see. HDBW. All right. Best program for someone who can only get to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, but I have adjustable dumbbells at home. Open to all suggestions. Best program? Like you can get everything you need done in 4 times a week. Do upper, lower, push, pull, legs, arms, something like that. Yeah, there's many different ways. There's no best program. You just got to train hard. You got plenty of time in the gym and at home. You could do yoga or you could do some mobility stuff at home. That's fantastic. It's good shit. It's really hard when you say best program. There is no best program. You have plenty of time to crush what you need at the gym. I would just start with the general upper body, lower body, or push-pull leg, something like that. The steak I got is a ribeye boneless steak. I got it from a local store. I calculate it into my Fitness Pal. I don't fucking my Fitness Pal. Okay. No, you're fine. I mean, I don't. That's not like 100% accurate. Your steak might not be exactly. Those are approximates too. So, yeah, you're fine. Like anything that's naturally in food, that's great. You'll be fine. All right, Christian Bidros. Because of you, I started going to the gym 6 days a week and can finally watch your videos and not care if you yell anymore.
Yow.
So now I can yell. Now I can yell. Go to the fucking gym. Like, hey, I went to the gym. So that one day, Christian, that one day that you said that you don't go, I'm going to make a video and call you out. TB Thanos X6. Have you ever been accused of taking steroids? Yeah, people that don't understand how fitness works and they don't understand what you can do naturally over the course of like 21 years of training. I don't care though. I don't care. There's a great shirt that bodybuilding.com used to send out when you bought supplements. It'd say, no, I'm not on steroids, but thanks for asking. It's a great shirt. Jordan Russell, 1234. Does it matter what Vibrams you get depending on if your feet are flatter or more arched? You might find a slight difference if you get some of the thicker soled ones. I don't know what they're making now, honestly. I don't know like what their latest brands are. I only buy the classics. I only have those, so I don't know what other ones that they make. I mean, I have like a pair of like the Trek for hiking that I haven't worn like in a couple years. I used to get the ones like the KSOs with like the Velcro. I just hate those now. I don't like anything with the top on it. That's why I like the classics, the little ballerina slippers that look like. People always try to make fun of me for them. I couldn't care less. I love them. They make me feel like I'm wearing absolutely nothing. There's nothing on the top. So, but you'll get stuff in it. And that's where I think the KSO came from. The name, the Vibram KSOs keep stuff out because you would run or walk and you get sand and stuff in the top of them. So, you know, if you have flatter feet, you know, make sure that you're strengthening your feet. You're practicing yoga. You're doing anterior tibialis work. You're strengthening your posterior tibialis. Do some corrective exercise to lift the arch and to strengthen your feet. Let's see here. All right, we'll take a couple more questions and we'll get into some shit posts. What's up, Christos Rusis? Papa Swolio, do you believe that people should be strengthening their psoas muscles? Yeah, you want your hip flexors to be lengthened and flexible, but also strong. And there's that big misconception that just because you want to lengthen, oh, my hip flexors are tight, so you stretch them. It's like you want them to be lengthened and balanced, but you also want them to be strong. And you could train your hip flexors with like, you can put weights on your ankles and do like, you know, knees to chest. You can do hanging leg raises with, ankle weights, or you could do them. Like there's a lot of good ways to train your hip flexors, but yeah, you want to stretch them and you also want to strengthen them. Like any other muscle, you want it to be mobile, flexible, and also strong. So good question. And that'll definitely help with like your squat, because when you're doing a squat, for example, one of the reasons why people can't get their back flat, they get that like a butt wink at the bottom. So if you want your back to be arched, right? You're trying to arch your back in a deadlift, or you're trying to arch your back when you're doing a, what'd I just say? Squat, for example, right? How do you get that lower back arch? Like that's your hip flexors. That's your hip flexors stretching. It's going to be your hamstring length, your hamstring length, and also your hip flexor strength. So if you have really tight hamstrings, it's going to round your lower back. But if you're, let's say, when you're standing up straight, for example, and if your hip flexors are tight, you're going to have a lower back arch because it's anteriorly tilting your pelvis. So you want to make sure you have mobile hamstrings, mobile and strong hamstrings, and also mobile and strong hip flexors. So when you get down that deep pocket, it can anteriorly tilt your pelvis, but you also have the length in your hamstrings to be able to, anteriorly tilt your pelvis in that deep squat. It'll help you keep your back flatter and take pressure off your lower back when you do deep squats. Good question. All right, fam, let's get into some shitposts. Drop some comments down below. Hashtag Swole Slut. Are you ready, fam? Are you ready, fam? Let's go deep now, baby. It's time. It is time. It is time.
That's deep.
It is time, young Padawan. Let's get a little bit deeper. Round of applause. Let's see what we got. We got some important news. Before we get into that, Wall of Swole update. No updates now, just have some different ideas and actually made some more ideas. So it's going to be a process probably over the course of weeks and months. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I just had some realizations of stuff that I want to do in the Swole hole. So definitely got a lot of ideas. So just going to narrow them down and we'll move forward, but had some other ideas. Depends on where I want to put it, whether it's going to be, in other words, it's in the works. It's in the works. We'll talk about it, but definitely got amped up last night. We had some ideas. Mama Soya and I had some really good ideas to, level this game up and really finish out the office. Cause obviously there's a lot of stuff that's unfinished. I haven't touched really the walls completely yet on this side. And like I mentioned, I actually have a unit in here, AC, cause we need to put in like a split unit cause it's really hot. Like right now it's fucking hot. Like I'm starting to sweat a little bit. So I only have enough cool to do a podcast, to finish like the episode, but it starts getting fucking hot because the AC unit in the house is on the other side of the house. So it gets hot when it comes all the way over. Right now, it's so hot outside. The house is barely cooling off. It's so hot today in Florida. So we're getting into that time of year where it's just hot no matter what. So, I need to do a little bit more construction and stuff in here, but then we're going to be hooking it up. So exciting shit coming. Exciting. It was some really good ideas, by the way. Really good ideas. But the wall of Swole, or the Swole wall, the Swole of Fame.
What's in the box?
You will know. You're glowing. Got some good sun in. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get some good sun in a little bit. Oh, yeah. Going to get some sun on my fucking tits. It is swamp ass season. What do we got here, fam? All right. Alabama overturns 28-year ban on yoga in schools spurred by fears it would convert students to Hinduism. But chants and salutations like namaste are still forbidden.
That's fucking bullshit.
What the fuck? The bill giving school boards discretion to teach yoga was signed into law Thursday. Oh, why thank you so much. It overturns a 1993 ban. Who knew that yoga was banned in schools in Alabama? Who lives in Alabama anyway? That prohibited the exercise at schools. Conservative groups had opposed overturning the ban, saying it was a gateway to Hinduism. How awful. Yoga instruction allowed by the law is limited to poses and stretches with use of such as the greeting, namaste, prohibited. State Rep Jeremy Gray sponsored and pushed for the bill, saying it could provide mental and physical benefits for students. No fucking shit.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
No shit. You don't say. There you go. You see how awesome this would be, right? At the top here, of course, this is just like a it says Shutterstock picture, but isn't that that'd be great for kids. That'd be great for fucking kids. That'd be great for kids. We don't have to read through all this shit. I don't really want to read through this whole article. I'd say let's read a couple parts here. So this is definitely out of, content. I'm just reading parts of this. Quote, if this bill passes, then instructors will be able to come into classrooms as young as kindergarten and bring these children through guided imagery, which is a spiritual exercise, and it's outside their parents' view, and we just believe that is not appropriate. So that was an old quote, a criticism. Outside their parents' view. Like, I do understand a little bit. Honestly, I understand a little bit why they did this, because of course, if you take it like the spiritual direction, I understand, you have, areas where your parents are teaching their kids certain values. Like, I do understand that. It does make sense. I don't disagree, but I mean, we're talking about the physical. I'm not talking about the religious aspects and spiritual. You can take yoga in so many different ways. So I don't completely disagree, but the physical benefits of like doing the movements, like the physical benefits alone, the physical and mental, aside from the spiritual stuff. Yeah. Quote, they banned yoga, which they specifically identified as Hindu prayer, and also banned inducing hypnotic states in children as part of the large legislation it passed. Lee said in a March 2020 interview, they found the bill unconstitutional. They didn't find the whole bill unconstitutional, just the school prayer part, and as such, the yoga part remained on the books. The state's ban gained prominence in 2018 when an old document circulated listing yoga along with games like tag among inappropriate activities in gym class. Is tag not allowed at school anymore?
That's fucking bullshit.
What about capture the flag? Or tag was great. Remember tag running in recess and you have like 20 kids like chasing one and you're like running and jumping over the playground and through the swings and you're climbing a tree. That was fucking awesome. Tag is really basic. You need no equipment. tag. You know what's so funny? It's so funny now. Who remembers? I guess there's different ways to call it. I guess people call it what? Pepper or wall ball or butts up. We called it butts up in school. I grew up in New England. So in Connecticut, we called it butts up, where you'd, chase and run to the wall, and like a kid would stand there with his back to everyone. You would throw it and peg him in the ass. Do you remember that? You would literally throw a ball like at a kid. And those were the rules. It was like a tennis ball firing squad. Who remembers that game? I don't remember what you might have called it. Yeah, freeze tag, butts up. Yeah. I guess if like you threw the ball and someone caught it, you had to go up against the wall and they would peg you in the ass with the ball. And it would hit you in the back of the calf and it's like kind of scraped and like, oh fuck, you get like this burn from the tennis ball. Kids would put spin on it and shit. Savages. Oh my God. You can't put their hands on each other. Oh my God, because butts up is white supremacist or something. Okay, we got another article. Let's see what we got here. What do we got, fam? Butt ball. There we go. What do we got here? We got some more awesome stuff. All right, Kim Jong-un bans mullets and skinny jeans in North Korea. All right. Doing the Lord's work.
I don't know how to put
How many mics do you need, right?
But I'm kind of a big deal.
I wonder what the BMI of Kim Jong-un's head is. What do you think his face BMI is? Like his face is wider than it is tall. That's impressive. That's an impressive face. That's like an impressive face. It's like literally a square. Literally straight out of Gumby. That's a blockhead right there. My God. All right, bans mullets and skinny jeans. I don't think anyone's really complaining too much about that. There is no party in the back. On Kim Jong-un's watch, the North Korean dictator has outlawed mullets and skinny jeans in an attempt to cut off decadent Western-style fashion trends. Okay, let's have a conversation about this. Who thinks mullets are decadent? I've never heard decadent being used to refer to a mullet. I've never heard mullet and decadent in the same sentence. I am impressed. I am impressed by the author of this article. I've never seen those two words in the same sentence. The Tubby Tyrant has approved only 15 official non-socialist haircuts, and the long in the back look isn't up to snuff. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. I'm reading it anyway. Who cares? It's news now. It's on the internet. It's got to be real. He also ordered a bizarre crackdown on ripped jeans, slogan t-shirts, and nose and lip piercings, according to the outlet, which cited North Korea's the Rondong Sinmun newspaper. Rondong. The Rondong. Hey, have you seen the Rondong lately? I did. It's a long one today. The Rondong. The Hermit King reportedly fears. All right, is this real? This has got to be fake. This has got to be fake. We must be wary of even the slightest sign the capitalistic lifestyle and the fight to get rid of them, Kim wrote in a recent article. History teaches us a crucial lesson that a country can become vulnerable and eventually collapse like a damp wall regardless of its economic and defense power if we do not hold on to our own lifestyle. The banned fashion comes amid a string of new laws in North Korea, including a crackdown on South Korean K-pop bands. That's a good thing. To stop the influence of foreign countries. I don't think anyone's complaining about that. K-pop is probably cancerous. If you listen to K-pop, you'll probably get ear cancer. It's probably the cause of ear cancer. Is ear cancer a thing? If not, it will be. Be careful. Watch out for your ear cancer. It will fuck you up. All right. Apple bottom jeans. That's not real. That can't be real. It doesn't matter if it's not real. It's funny. It's probably from The Onion. But it's all good. I like it. I like it. But that kind of stuff is real in those countries. So maybe that was exaggerated. Obviously, the article was kind of trolling him, saying like, the chunky overweight or the chunky dictator, the Tubby Tyrant. So who cares? I'm sure it is actually real. But I don't know exactly. I don't even know where that article came from. Who cares? I thought it was funny, though. That's why people's ears bleed. The great scene with, Les Grossman. Here we go.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
That's good advice. All right, but here we got something We got some real shit here.
What's in the box?
All right, scandal hit drinks company Real Water. I don't know if any of you have heard of the company called Real Water. Agrees to recall and destroy all of its products over claims contamination killed a woman, triggered liver failure, and gave kids hepatitis. Real Water, based in Las Vegas, agreed to recall and destroy all of its products after being sued by the DOJ. The company's president, Brent Jones, a Scientologist, well, there you go, right there, and former Nevada legislator agreed to the recall. The DOJ alleges that the water company did not test processed tap water before it was bottled, potentially leading to impure and unsafe water. The lawsuit also claims the company failed to develop a written food safety plan and did not adequately clean and sanitize equipment. Real Water has been hit with at least a dozen other suits after people have fallen ill from liver failure and acute non-viral hepatitis. A lawsuit filed last Wednesday claimed that a woman in her 60s died from liver failure in 2020 after drinking Real Water. Let's stop right there. Real Water. The company's name is Real Water. If that doesn't give you all the information that you need to know, if there's a company out there, and there is, or there was, or whatever's going on with this one now, the title is Real Water. That's the quickest way it tells you everything you need to know. That's a load of fucking bullshit right there.
That's fucking bullshit.
Real Water. You don't need any of this fancy fucking water, right? These pumped into these big old plastic bins, probably filled with fucking BPA and BPZ and BPFU. Yep. Let's see. Wait. Oh, let's see here. There's something. This caption is pretty epic. FDA investigators said they observed Real Water use untested and recycled detergent and sanitizer. Oh, to clean reusable 5-gallon containers. Oh, untested and recycled detergent. Oh, nice. Nice. All right. So this actually comes back to a question where people have always asked about alkaline water. You don't need that shit. Most of the water that's claiming alkaline, when they test it, they find it's not really alkaline. Real Water sold alkaline water, which has a higher pH than regular drinking water, through a home delivery service, and bottles sold in stores, which cost around $1.89 for a single 1-liter bottle. You got water in your tap. Get a filter and you're fine. Get a filter and you're fine. Get a filter.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. I never buy bottled water. One of the problems with bottled water is that a lot of times those things are sitting out in the sun. They're sitting in these carts. They're, in trucks, really hot temperatures, or in plastic, and that plastic leaches into the water. Not to mention, who knows about their purification filters? Just get a Pure or a Brita, something on your tap and stuff like that. Very inexpensive, and it's worth it if you don't have like natural well water, good filters and stuff. And if you have a well, most of you, I think you're required to, right? You're required, if you have a well, to get it tested. You're supposed to get your water tested and make sure that you're not sucking down heavy metals and shit like that. If your pipes are leaching and things like that, you can get that tested. And you could buy those tests too and see it yourself. And then of course you can get it fixed or have someone come treat your water or whatever. Yeah, look, this isn't plastic. We got no plastic here. Stainless steel, all that. Okay. So before we get into today's Swole card, of course, we got the hashtag SwoleSlut. So drop that in the comments down below. A reminder, Beaches, that we do have a big event coming up next Monday, not this Monday, next Monday, the 31st, Memorial Day. We have our Balls Deep for Summer event with big time releases. Make sure you mark your calendar, 12 noon Eastern time, a week from this coming Monday. And of course, make sure that you are ready for tomorrow's Ask Papa Swole live, but Monday's accountability meeting. So day after tomorrow, we have another accountability meeting. So this Monday, awesome accountability meeting coming. New releases, of course, but the following week is our Balls Deep special event. So make sure that you are ready for that. And a reminder, if you have not yet checked out the masterclass from this past Thursday, make sure you go do so. It's available in priority access for those of you that are SwoleFam members. And for those SwoleFam members that are unlimited members as well, make sure that you check out the masterclass section for the shoulder girdle versus shoulder joint masterclass. So I hope you all enjoyed that on Thursday. It's available if you missed it. It's also pinned to the top of the private Facebook group. So if you want to catch it there as well. Let's give away this fucking Swole Slut card. Hashtag Swole Slut in the comments. What we got, fam? Who's a Swole Slut? I know one of you is. I know you is. Scroll, scroll, scroll. We got a 0 for the first one. One more time. Drop that quickly, quickly, quickly. We got what? Did I miss one? I missed one? Almost. Nope. 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 Swole Slut. Hashtag Swole Slut. Hashtag Swole Slut. 3, 2, last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Nope. One more time. How many of you are dropping Swole Slut? I don't think anyone wanted to get banned. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, you guys didn't drop this for shit. Nope. Nope. I don't see any hashtags. I see none. I see none. There we go. Christine De La Cruz, congratulations.
Congratulations!
Holy shit. Holy shit. I didn't land on fucking anyone. I didn't see any of the hashtags. I think there was a bunch at the beginning and then at the bottom, but everyone was trying to avoid getting banned. Holy shit, I'm dripping. Congratulations, Christine De La Cruz. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 1842 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Absolute fucking congratulations. Fantastic. Make sure you join the SwoleFam today over at SwoleNormousX.com. It is hot as fuck in here. My goodness gracious, hot as balls. Oh my God, it's hot as balls. It is hot as fuck out here, isn't it, Falcon? It's hot. It is hot. Hey, congratulations. Fantastic. More gorillas for you. It is a spicy meatball. That's what we call some salty sack, fam. You know what I mean?
I got hairy legs.
No one cares.
He's heating up.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night.
What a great episode. Fucking Swole Saturday, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1842 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm.
So why don't you make like a
Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Fantastic.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. He's on fire!
What's with the hairy legs, bro? You're a man. Of course you got hairy legs.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, baby.
Boom shakalaka!
Very nice. What a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. What a good dish. Very nice. Fam, tomorrow, 1843, Peace McGeese, Deuce Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio, out. Yeah, baby.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.